Walk with me while I show you what love can get you in Accra. My name is Irama, a 27-year-old lady whose heart is broken beyond repair. Some years back, when it was time to do my national service, I had to leave Kumasi for Accra to stay with a distant uncle. Personally, I had never met him before. He was living alone at cantonment. His wife and kids were all abroad. I had nobody in Accra, so my mom introduced me to him, insisting he would take care of me and even help me find a job after service. Honestly, when I arrived, he was good to me. Too good. He didn't allow me to lack anything, and because I lost my dad when I was young, I bonded with him quickly. I made him my father figure without even realizing how deep I had fallen into it. When I first started work around the airport area, the traffic and the chaos at the bus stop were hell. One time I even got injured because of how people were pushing to get into the bus. After that incident, he started driving me to work himself and picking me up after I closed. Back in Kumasi, I could drive, but I didn't have a license, so he even got me one, and soon I was driving myself to work. But a few months before my service ended, things started changing. The whole father-daughter thing started turning into something else, something I didn't like at all. Considering how old he was and how I genuinely took him as my dad, it made me angry and uncomfortable. The way he touched me in the house started getting serious, and on my 28th birthday, I was almost raped. I tried telling my mom, but anytime I tried to explain, she shut me down before I could even talk. That made everything scarier for me because I felt like I had nobody. After what happened, I stopped sleeping in the house. I had a guy then, so I mostly spent the nights with him. Mind you, I was still a virgin at 28. I had already promised myself that no man would touch me until marriage. So even while I stayed at his place, and even though he clearly wanted us to have sex, I refused. I was firm about that. But things kept dragging. The pressure, the closeness, the vulnerability. Before I realized it, I had agreed to other things. The kissing, the smooching, the blowjob. This became an everyday thing. I actually convinced myself that if I did all that for him, it would keep him from ever forcing sex on me. But those moments taught me one of the hardest lessons of my life. Because all that while, I was unknowingly sucking hepatitis B into my system. People are out here walking around with sickness they themselves don't even know about. And me, every night while I thought I was protecting my virginity, I was literally taking a deadly disease into my body without any idea. I didn't even find out until years later when I was preparing to marry another man. I told him confidently that I was a virgin because I genuinely was, and he respected that so much that he never touched me. We went for church counseling. Families knew the wedding was on the way. Everything was set until we went for the couple test, and then my whole world collapsed. Positive for hepatitis B, positive for HIV. The hepatitis B part didn't really register at first because I didn't know much about it, but the HIV result almost killed me. It felt like I had deceived a man who trusted me, even though I had never slept with anyone in my entire life. What broke me even more was when doctors explained that hepatitis B is actually more dangerous than HIV, and I was already on the edge of liver cancer. They admitted me immediately. They said I had been carrying it for roughly 2 years without knowing. Meanwhile, all the little symptoms that were now beginning to show were basically my warning before death. Lying in the hospital bed, I kept asking myself over and over, like how? How could this be possible? When my parents and siblings came in, I couldn't even speak. How could I explain something I didn't understand myself? But I swore on my life I had never been touched by any man. My virginity was intact. So how? That's when reality hits me. This world is dangerous in ways we don't even see. Most of us are doing things we think are safe without realizing how close we dance to the edge. My marriage had to be cancelled because sadly I wasn't planning a wedding. I was fighting for my life. And the man I was supposed to marry had to go for further tests because it looked like he had contracted hepatitis B from me too. People panic when they hear HIV, but nobody talks enough about hepatitis B. That virus is 100 times more infectious than HIV. I have both, but it's the hepatitis B that is dragging me closer to the grave. More than half the people walking around with it don't even know. It destroys your liver silently. You can get it even with a condom on, through kissing, through the teeniest open skin contact. This generation of bodies, many are carrying infections more than anything else. Please be careful. Before you start anything sexual, before you start talking marriage, go and do your text together. Love is sweet. Sex is sweet, but your health is bigger than all of that. Reading all these confessions on here made me realize how so many of us are dropping our guard because of pressure, loneliness, or sweet rest from someone who might not even be in our lives 2 months later. Your body is not a guest house with an open door policy. Be ruthlessly selective about who you let in, emotionally and physically, please. If half of the sex stories people are sharing online are true, then God knows how many people are out here carrying things they never signed up for. Just like how I never signed up for this. To every virgin who is still holding on to it, male or female, please keep it. You are not inexperienced. You are undefeated. What do you guys think about this story? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you for watching.